is Ambassador Blessing Fubara, Senior Creative Director here at the Consigliores LLC, your solutionist. We're still on the series edition, Passion to Profit, and of course, the edition vision. Dissecting the edition vision. From our last conversations, we tried to lay a retrospect of the background that you will need to actualize or identify your vision. And we have to be very explicit in this edition so that we can get our young entrepreneurs, our business startups to follow accordingly in sequence of the practice of the actions that you sure need to ride on the mission to actualize that vision. Have you ever thought about it to yourself that for whatever that you have thought about doing, you really don't need anybody to spur you to? Don't get me wrong. Yes, we all need bridges. We all need pushes. We all need ladders. But when I mean you don't need anybody to spur you to, before you get to the extent where you need the bridge or you need a ladder or a push, you must have developed the vision into a product for somebody to believe in your vision. That's one of the most important things. Otherwise, you find out that you find yourself going around to bother about people and building expectations on people for platform aid without you even x-raying to be sure if they believe in your vision. If you have to pressure or defend or try to impress to get their attention to help spur your vision or your journey on the mission to your vision, then trust me, you're not able to get people to believe in your vision. So, we're going to do a proper cap-up in sequence for the purpose and the interest of young entrepreneurs, young Nigerians wishing to independently get into a self-strive. We asked before, what is your vision? We did define vision literally as creating a visual mentality of possibilities with purpose and meaning. And we also went as far as explaining that this can only be possible when you apply measures of action to that purpose and meaning. And at any time you start applying measures of action, be rest assured you've embarked on a mission. So you ask yourself first, what is this thing you know how to do very well? Which is your skill, as we mentioned. You again ask yourself properly, what is this thing you have interest in doing? Then you try to check, do you have passion to do this? A whole lot of us have a skill that we don't have interest in spurring. A whole lot of us have interest in what we don't have passion to embark on. You need these three cardinals for you to build the impetus that you need to ride on a mission if you've identified your vision. So for the young youths and young entrepreneurs, one of the basics that is fundamental to the energy you need to begin the journey of self-resourcefulness is your self-consciousness, the ability for you to be able to identify what your vision is or build a vision. And this can be done by you looking properly into what you know how to do, what you like to do, and what you really love to do. Then you now look at how you're going to build this out into a product. How do you build it into a product? You take step by step the measures that you need to put it together, either into a service or either into a product. Don't get it twisted. Services are products as well. But it depends on the direction that your vision is tilted towards. So, to bring it down to earth, to the young Nigerians that would think that they have that small hustle, for instance, for those of you that are as small as startups in pedicure and manicure. It seems like it's a difficult terrain, but this is one of the predominant domestic skills that we find amongst youths today. I will challenge you in the course of this podcast. You will understand that as a pedicurist, you can actually be the world's richest pedicurist. It doesn't matter where you are. As far as you're able to identify it as your interest, you're able to give passion to it, and you create a meaningful and actionable vision out of it, then trust me, you start thinking of steps and stages to think above the rim for you to get extraordinary results, which means extra profits. Don't forget, this is the Passion to Profit series with Ambassador Blessing Fubara.
Yes, we've kept you for too long, but I think you should still follow us on this. The last time I checked, yes, you can. Yes, you can. That's what I mean. Yes, you can. So when you sit down, you've looked at the trajectories that you need to get your vision achieved. You've tailored out all of the constraints that you think you might be facing ahead of the journey. Don't sit down there basking in the euphoria of the fears of some of these challenges ahead of you. Tread them one after the other. Yes, you young entrepreneur that, for instance, wants to be a pedicurist, as small as that is, what's your constraint? How will you raise the funds to go learn the job? How will you raise the funds to buy the kits you need? But little do you know that you can actually walk into a pedicurist shop, offer yourself to help for a period of time while you learn while you're helping. And trust me, when you know how to do it, you can lease, hire materials, commence work. If you're very good at your work, it will take you any time for you to make the funds to buy those same materials. We'll come to this. I know lots of you will be looking at me and asking, how real is this? How true is this? Yes, I've gone through the route. I'm saying, yes, you can. Let's think properly. From passion to profit, the solution is Ambassador Blessing Fubara Senior, Creative Director here at the Consiglories. Stay tuned.